Hey guys, it's Sandro here, and today's video is what I personally believe are 5 of the worst detailing products you could buy. Now just before we get into the video, I want to be clear that there's no hate or malice here, and if you personally like any of these products, my advice is to use them and enjoy them no matter what my own opinion may be. The reason I decided to make this video is because these are all products I've personally used and thoroughly tested. I have video reviews on all of them, which you can also watch, and I found them to be, let's say, subpar, to put it nicely. So whereas I usually do videos testing, comparing, or even recommending products that I like, this one's more about advising that your hard-earned money may be better spent elsewhere, which I hope helps some of you out. Number 1, Shine Armor Fortified Quick Coat. What is it? The brand describes it as an innovative and revolutionary waterless wash ceramic coating that brings a superior protection and shine to your vehicle. It's wiped on and wiped off to clean through dirt, grime, and grease to reveal a deep lasting shine and durable ceramic coating shield protection. There's paragraphs of more descriptive claims, but I think you get the idea. It's an all-in-one, waterless wash, car washing, enhancing, and protection product that does it all amazingly well, or so the brand claims. It's also worth mentioning that this is an insanely high-selling and successful product with millions of sales and very highly rated 4 to 5 star reviews. Now, as mentioned, I have thoroughly tested it as with all the products in this video, and I'll start with the pros or positives. Firstly, it's pretty cheap and affordable and almost always on sale, pretty much permanently, so it seems like a great deal. Secondly, as the brand claims, I can confirm that it's really nice and easy to use. In fact, it's very pleasurable to apply and has a beautifully slick finish and feel. But cheap and nice to apply is pretty much where the positivity ends. So let's get into the cons. Firstly, I found that if used as intended as a waterless wash to remove any significant dirt or road grime, you're in for a rude awakening of swirls and defects that will scratch the shit suit out of your car paint. It's simply not going to be safe as a dedicated waterless or rinseless wash like CarPro Echo or O&R. Secondly, the claims of it creating a high gloss or showroom finish are so hard to accept. During my testing, Shine Armor did little to nothing to amplify gloss, saturation, or depth to car paint. It was barely even detectable on the paint apart from it feeling slick. Thirdly, its hydrophobicity is appalling, short-lived, and starts to noticeably attract water rather than repelling it. Lastly, it has next to no durability, chemical, or environmental resistance. Using any gentle car wash soap or exposing it to normal car use will remove it promptly. So its claimed 2 to 3 month durability is outrageous and should be changed to 2 or 3 days or a week at best. Overall, my conclusion is that pouring all your money into relentless, sensationalized marketing rather than developing a great product actually works, as this is one of the most successful detailing products ever. Yet, it's completely rubbish in terms of safely cleaning, enhancing, or protecting your car's paint. I spent dozens of hours over a week testing it, trying to be as fair as possible, but the results don't lie. It's easily one of the most disappointing detailing products I've ever tested. I'll end by saying that I've also tested and reviewed Shine Armor's graphene spray and their scratch and swirl remover, and although I didn't think it possible, they actually make this product look good by comparison, and I'll leave it at that. Number 2, F11 Top Coat Polish and Sealer. What is it? The brand describes it as revolutionizing the detailing industry forever with the first multi-use, multi-coating technology, replacing 8 to 12 detailing products, saving significant time and money. It's formulated to provide long-lasting protection and shine from nearly a decade of testing and perfecting the F11 formula. I'm going to keep this short as almost everything I just said about Shine Armor could be inserted here. Basically, they are one and the same for all intents and purposes. I actually tested both of them side by side in a video which confirmed that any differences between them are negligible. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe F11 came out first, but took a slightly different approach in trying to elevate their brand to a premium segment by adding a substantially high price tag, which probably explains why Shine Armor sells more, being about a quarter of the price. So just quickly, F11 is more or less used in the same manner to clean, enhance and protect the exterior of your vehicle. And to cut a long story short, although it is once again very nice and pleasant to use with some added slickness, it falls extremely short in being safe, effective, hydrophobic, or providing any substantial long-lasting protection. Not to mention it looks extremely average, has a very high price tag, and I think that's enough said. Number 3, Chemical Guy's Butter Wet Wax. What is it? The brand describes it as easy to apply, formulated from a blend of natural carnauba, polymers and resins, delivering an unmatched surface shine, a deep wet finish and outstanding long-lasting protection. Butter Wet Wax is also easily one of the world's top-selling and most highly rated car waxes ever to exist. So let's once again start with the pros. Although it is a little pricey here locally, I know it's quite affordable in the States, which is its biggest market. Secondly, I really can't fault it in terms of its just beautiful user experience. It smells great, is buttery nice to lay down and wipe off, and is just so forgiving and easy to work with. But here's the thing. If I was just interested in how cheap, nice, easy and pleasant a product was to use, I'd just be slathering my car with baby lotion and calling it a day. Yes, it's nice if a wax is affordable and has a great user experience, but remember, the whole reason we use something like a car wax is to amplify the look of car paint, increase its performance and protect the finish. In the end, if it doesn't deliver in those areas, it's simply a fail. My testing revealed that Butter Wet Wax does very little to amplify gloss, saturation or depth. In fact, you need to squint your eyes to even notice it at all. Now yes, it does make the paint feel somewhat slick, which may fool some into believing that equals gloss or shine, but it simply doesn't when judging its looks alone and being objective about it. I don't believe that a car wax needs to be hyper hydrophobic, but I don't think even the brand itself could dispute the fact that it's just way below par in this area, having almost no increased water repelling behavior compared to bare car paint. Now once again, I don't necessarily feel that a car wax needs to be overly chemical or environmental resistant or durable, but when just simply running water over its surface seems to strip it off, that's a red flag that clearly suggests it's not going to last or protect the paint in any acceptable manner, which unfortunately was the case with Butter Wet Wax. Now I've tested quite a few of the massive Chemical Guys range, liking a couple of them, though most of them have been rather disappointing. There's no doubting that Chemical Guys is just really amazing at branding, marketing and social media presence, and you have to give it to them. They've built a massively successful brand. I just wish a little more of their resources went into testing, research and development to match their great marketing to great products. Number 4, PPS Bead Maker. What is it? According to the brand, it's a fast and easy to use, high performing and durable polymer based spray sealant to protect your car's paint. It's highly hydrophobic, long lasting and creates a super glossy shine. So let's start with the pros. It is very cheap. In fact, you can usually get a gallon of it for the price of a quart of most other spray sealants. It's also very nice and easy to use, not to mention it has to be one of the slickest paint protection products ever made, so it's beautifully silky smooth to the touch. So onto the cons. Although it is cheap, you have to accept that Bead Maker is highly diluted, so you end up going through a ton of it, which ends up making it extremely expensive. Secondly, there's no ifs or buts about its durability. It's simply very short-lived, having next to no chemical or environmental resistance. Thirdly, I know many may disagree with me, but I just don't see a high gloss finish after laying it down. I do feel that insane slickness, but slickness doesn't equal gloss. They are two separate characteristics. And when just visually assessing the finish, it was always the most disappointing compared to every other spray sealant I tested it alongside. Fourthly, it's also recommended for use over ceramic coatings. But here's the thing. Every time I used it over a ceramic coating, it completely masked the coating's amazing hydrophobicity, making it pull water and just behave terribly. Lastly, it's called Bead Maker, which with a name like that, I think it's fair to assume it would create beautiful, small and propped up sphere-like water beads with extreme contact angles and rapid water sheeting. Its hydrophobicity compared to most spray sealants is just poor and disappointing. That's the thing that just puzzled me the most. Why would you call it Bead Maker when it barely beads water at all? I said it in the video review I did, that if the brand just didn't claim it was super hydrophobic or extremely durable and glossy, I'd be fine with that as a short-lived, quick detail spray, which is really what it is. The issue I have is the super hyped up claims that it just doesn't live up to. Number 5. Colonite 850 Metal Wax. What is it? According to the brand, it's an easy to use polish that restores, shines and protects automotive, marine and aeronautical metals in one step. Starting with the pros, it is relatively cheap and the application or user experience is on par with most metal polishers on the market, so no real issues there. However, I do have to say after testing it quite a bit, that firstly, I just didn't see or observe any form of wax or sealant left in its finish. So I simply can't accept that it does protect or coat the metal when there's no detectable protection whatsoever. Secondly, although it certainly does work in helping to remove things like metal oxidation, even like rust and tarnish, I just didn't find it to be the most effective compared to a variety of other metal polishers I tested it alongside. But lastly, the real issue I had with this polish is that its finish when used on a variety of metals was always very hazed, lightly scratched and just extremely dull. Now look, I'm certainly a fan of Colonite's car waxes. They are really legendary in this area, and I've no doubt that they're a great car detailing brand. So it was quite surprising to me that this metal wax does have some major issues, and I just don't think it's a great representation of what the brand is capable of and could certainly do with a 2.0 reformulation to address these issues. So let's wrap up this video. As I touched on at the start, it's okay to disagree with me and to use any or all these products if you find value in them. These are just my personal thoughts and conclusions based on my first-hand experience with them, and in the end, we all have varying experiences. Also guys, I do understand that the average car owner isn't going to do all the in-depth testing nor have decades of experience evaluating detailing products. I mean, I have absolutely no idea how to evaluate, let's say, a skincare cream or a sewing machine, so there's no judgment there, guys. I just can't count the amount of times I've had new clients come to me, honestly believing that their car is ceramic coated, and having to break the news to them that there's nothing on their paint, zero protection. But because they were told that the ceramic coating they paid for would last X amount of years, they just assumed it was still there doing its job. My only gripe here is that if many of these brands just put a fraction of their marketing funds into product research, testing and development, they would still have great sales, but additionally have great products they could be proud of. And there'd be no need for videos like these that I honestly don't even like doing. But if I was in the market for a new skincare cream or lotion, or decided I was going to take up sewing, I would look at product reviews and ratings, and my hope will be that among all the inevitable marketing junk or ill-informed and biased reviews, a few honest and dependable ones would exist that would save me from wasting the money I work extremely hard to earn. That was the main reason I made this video, and I hope it serves that purpose. I think I'll leave it there, guys, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to say thanks and help support future content, you can do so by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ccad, in which I'll leave a link to in the description box. Or you can now hit the thanks button below the video, and thank you everyone for all the support so far. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. Please share it with others, give it a like and comment below to show your support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.